So, what is it like to live in Fremont, California? What's the good, what's the bad, what's the ugly? What are the pros and cons? If you are thinking of relocating to Fremont, California and these are the questions that you have been looking answers for, this is a video for you. Stay tuned. What's up everybody, this is Maneesha from Fremont, California. If this is the first time you're here in this channel and you want to know everything that is there to know about Fremont, California, then do subscribe to the channel and tap on that small bell button so that you're notified every time we drop in a new video. Honestly, my team and we get so many calls from people who are looking to move, who are looking to relocate to Fremont, California, and we absolutely love it. So if you're even thinking about moving or relocating to Fremont, California, give us a call, send us a text, or shoot us an email, or even ping us on WhatsApp. However you can get a hold of us. When it comes to moving to Fremont, California, we've got your back. Alright, so let's get right to it. So today I'm going to talk about 5 things that I absolutely love about Fremont and 5 things that I could do without. The pros and cons of living here in Fremont, California. Make sure you stay till the end of the video because the last point that I'm going to say could change your mind either ways. Alright, let's start with the cons first. Number 1, nightlife. There is absolutely no nightlife here in Fremont. Nope, nothing, nada. Glitch. Did I make myself clear? So the shops here, everything closes here at around 10 p.m. and nothing happens after that. I mean, not even on the weekend. At con number 2, we have that Fremont is a slow city. What I mean by that is that we don't have too many activities or any events happening regularly over the weekends. What we have generally is the movie nights during summer and Kids and Kites Festival, Indian Independence Day Festival, and if you consider it as a recreation, probably the farmers market too that happens over the weekends. But other than that, we don't have much going on. So if you're in your 20s and you're looking for something fun or recreational to do over the weekends, you don't have much option here in Fremont. At number 3, we have public transport system. Now, Fremont is much larger city than San Francisco, but the transport system here is nowhere closer to what we have in San Francisco. Sure, we do have some public buses, but they operate sparse and they don't operate on weekends. We have BART if you want to go to other cities like say on the West Bay, like Redwood City or San Francisco. But within, if you want to go anywhere from these BART points to other places within the city, you will have to drive with your own car, and there's a lot of auto dependency here if you choose to live here in Fremont. At number 4 is Hangout Spots. By now probably you have figured out that there are not too many Hangout Spots, but let me just put it out there. So you don't have a big malls or any hangout place as such to if you want to relax, just leave the kids behind at home and relax. So we do have some strip malls, and we have Costco, Target, Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, but that's pretty much it. If you want to have some cool window shopping time and all, you don't have too many places to do that here in Fremont. Alright, at number 5, the last con we have is that we don't have any big apparel or lifestyle shop here in Fremont. Alright, so now let's go to the pros. At number 1, we have diversity. Fremont is has a very diverse population. In fact, you could say that it's dominated by the Asians. You can see a lot of Chinese, Indians, Afghans, and Koreans, Filipino. So this kind of diversity brings along with it a huge variety of Asian cuisines. So we have a lot of good Chinese restaurants, Indian restaurants, Thai restaurants, Korean, Japanese, Mongolian, and Vietnamese cuisine, to name a few. This apart from the usual Italian, French and American cuisine, and all that at very affordable prices. Like for a couple and two small kids, it usually costs anywhere between $40 to $50 per meal, and if you go to a little premium restaurants, it will come to around $80 per meal for the same one couple and two small kids. We also many of the restaurants I have seen here also provide kids friendly menu, and that's pretty that comes at a cheaper rate, like around $10 or $15 for each meal. And there are quite a few restaurants which have kids areas where you can leave the kids once they are done in these play area, and you can enjoy the food by yourself or with your spouse. At number 2 for the pros is the weather. The weather in Fremont, I really love it. I mean, it doesn't get too cold in the winters or too hot in the summers. During the winter, it's generally at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, very bearable, and it doesn't snow, it doesn't get frosty. So if you are planning to go to some place, then you don't have to plan that 15-20 minutes ahead in time to get rid of that snow and frosty ice on your vehicle if it's in uncovered parking. And coming to the summer is generally between 75 degree Fahrenheit to 85 degree Fahrenheit, and 1 week per month of the 3 months of summer. That's right. So 1 week in August, 1 week in September, and 1 week in July, right? So you generally have a heat wave that crosses the city, and at that point during those weeks the temperature soars up to 90 to 100 degree Fahrenheit, and that is very uncomfortable. So if you can put up with those 3 weeks of total discomfort, then you're good. On the other hand, if you have solar panels installed in your house, it will not be that big a deal to survive those 3 weeks in summer. And coming to the rainy season, we barely get any rain here. I mean, we probably have rain for just about 7 to 10 days for the whole year, and so we haven't even invested in buying rain jackets for the kids. The max we have is the weather jacket plus umbrella that suffices for the amount of rain that we get here in the city. At number 4 for the pros, we have safety. So Fremont is a very safe city. In fact, it ranks number 2 when it comes to the safest cities in the Bay Area. At number 1, I think, is Sunnyvale. So that's where we are at. So this is a very safe neighborhood. I haven't heard of any violent crimes in the last 4 years that I have lived here. We have lived here. So obviously, when you have the kids and the whole family here, that safety becomes one of the critical points based on which you select your city or the neighborhood to live in. And Fremont is top notch there. So, all right. So at number 3, we have the lakes and parks of Fremont. So every neighborhood here pretty much has 1 or 2 parks, and they're all well maintained. My kids learn to scoot, they learn to bike here in these parks, and I love to go on for a run, and they love to bike. So we all get together and we do it as a family thing. And so two big lakes here, 2 prominent lakes here are the Elizabeth Lake and Quarry Lake. Elizabeth Lake is like the central park here, and it has two playgrounds around it, and one is for the toddlers and the other one is for little elder kids. You even have boating and fishing that you can do here in Lake Elizabeth. And Quarry Lakes is a little different scene. You don't have too much shade there. So if you want to hit the trail or or you want to go for biking or something, then you need to go a little towards the dawn or at the dusk, so that you don't have too much of direct sunlight there. And then there's the Mission Peak. if you are into hiking, Mission Peak is totally something that you need to hike on. And once you reach the peak, the view of the bay that you see from there is totally worth all the pain and all the effort you put in hiking to the peak. It's awesome. Coming to the last and final point for this video, and that's also the number 5 pro, because this is the most important factor when families consider the neighborhoods or the city to which they want to move into, and that's the schools. Fremont schools are all high rated. They're all rated at 7 and above by the grade schools, and if that is something important to you, then you will have to choose a neighborhood that particular school serves. The Fremont Unified School District, the FUSD, is very particular about this. The neighborhood and the school are pretty tightly coupled, unless there is over registration of the school of students in these schools, and then there is a overflow or spillover to the neighboring schools. So when you are planning to move to Fremont, if you know what school you want to enroll your kids in, we'll be able to help you find a house in the proper neighborhood that is served by those schools. And all this was for the public schools. Now coming to the private schools, now coming to the preschools and the daycares, right, and after schools. Now these schools are also pretty fully packed, and when you are moving here, you have a kid who needs to be enrolled into, say, preschool or after school. You will need to enroll them 4 to 5 months ahead in time, because they're also pretty fully packed, and these schools are pretty expensive. Like for my toddler, when I had put her for the preschool from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., I had to pay about $1,250, and if you go for the whole day from 8 o'clock to 6 p.m., then it costs about $1,500 per month. And if you pick up your baby after that, like say after 6, right, outside these hours, then it costs about $10 per minute. So you will probably need to keep all this in mind. And coming to the after school daycare, my elder one was going for after school daycare, and we used to pay about $750 per month. So they used to come and pick her up from the school and take her to the daycare facility, and then I would eventually pick her up at the end of the day. We needed that because that way there was one particular management that was responsible for everything, right? So it was easy for us. Let us find that area for you and your family, so that you can live the lifestyle that you desire and enjoy living in that area. And for that, you will have to contact us either by call or by text, or send us an email or ping us on WhatsApp. Because when it comes to moving here to Bay Area, anywhere here in Bay Area, we've got your back. See you until the next video.